We place a lot of importance on education here at Personal Edge Fitness. For our 24-year history, all of our staff members have possessed, at minimum, a bachelor's degree in the field of either exercise science, exercise physiology, kinesiology, sport medicine, or athletic training, which makes it the most qualified staff in the Southeast. We don't stop there. We also like to have the opportunity, love having the opportunity to educate the next generation through our internship program, which we've been running for over 20 years. We're going to speak with Corey Reed, our latest intern, about that experience today on the Personal Edge Fitness Podcast. Hey, good day, and welcome to the Personal Edge Fitness Podcast. My name is Garrett Williamson. I'm president of Personal Edge Fitness. Thank you so much for joining us for the show today. And have an introduction today of a new intern, Corey Reed. Corey, thank you so much for joining the show today. I appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Glad to be here.
Good to have you, buddy. Before we get into talking to Corey and about the experience of being an intern at Personal Edge Fitness, I want to tell you how to get in touch with the show in case you have any questions about this podcast or any others, or if you have any questions about dispelling the myths of health, fitness, and wellness, please reach out to us at area code 251-278-3343. That's 251-278-EDGE. You can also reach me, Garrett, Garrett, at personaledgefitness.com. That's my email address, personaledgefitness.com. Of course, it's our website. You can contact us that way. Reach out to us on Facebook at Personal Edge Fitness or on X at Team PE. Thank you so much for joining us today. If you do like this podcast and the others, please like and subscribe. Love to keep up with you on what we're sharing, and we've got some great shows coming up pretty soon. Now, jumping into what we're talking about, we usually, if you're a fan of the podcast, you've seen that we usually have interns, our interns that are involved with us be on the podcast with us. And this is a program that we've had for over 20 years. And one of our first relationships we have with internships was with South Alabama. And I'm glad today that we have Corey Reed, who's our current intern, and with us from South Alabama. Corey, what got you into the field? What was your interest?
Well, I started working out in middle school.
Okay.
Because I wanted to play football.
Right.
That was I wanted to go to college and play football.
Yeah. Okay.
Kind of got away from that. Just kind of fell in love more with the working out itself rather than what I got into it to achieve.
Sure.
And never put it down. Grew up playing sports. Played football, baseball, soccer,
right.
Volleyball, powerlifting, track and field.
I gotcha. Yeah.
But just something that became a part of my life.
Yeah.
And I can't give it up now. It's got underneath my skin.
I hear you. Well, it's funny. In our 24-year history, we've had one trainer that did not have any kind of an athletic background that actually went into this field. In fact, she was a fantastic trainer for us, and her name was Lauren. And Lauren actually, her influence of being a trainer was because she had a trainer when she was growing up. And she just thought the world of her trainer, and actually went to a school and got a different degree. The college she went to, fantastic school, but it did not have an exercise science program. And so not until her master's degree did she actually get to study it. And she ended up being a great trainer. Everybody else, typically is an athletic story behind it and got involved. But you've taken a little different path as far as your career is concerned, and basically in your life, because it wasn't exactly high school right into college.
Well, I received academic and scholastic scholarships to college.
Okay.
And I went to Pearl River Community College, played soccer there for 2 years.
Oh, that's right. Wait a second. You did share that with me. I did know that. I was about to say, I'm learning stuff here today also, so go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yes, sir. Had offers to go play D1, went and visited several different colleges and kind of got tired of it, I guess.
Yeah, I got you.
Transferred here to South Alabama, played a little semi-pro with a team off the coast.
Cool, okay.
And made it to my senior year. Buddy called me, said, "Hey, I'm not happy with where I'm at. You want to join the Marine Corps?" I said, "Why not?"
I got you, man. That's awesome. That's cool. So yeah, different path, and it's funny. I think I shared with you. My brother-in-law took that path. He and his buddy said, "Hey, during our freshman and sophomore years in college, let's go join the Marine Corps," and so got involved with this. But tell us about your experience there.
It was great. I'm not one to say you should or shouldn't do anything, but if you're looking for camaraderie, brotherhood, if you want to push yourself, if you want to be surrounded by highly motivated individuals, if you want to become a better person, become the best version of yourself that you can, that is definitely somewhere that you can go and achieve all of those things.
I got you. So you were in for how long? And you may still be involved, but
no, sir. I got out in 2022. Went in 2020.
Okay.
So,
I got you.
sir.
And you've described that to me as I know as the best time of your life and the hardest time of your life here, something like that. So right?
Yes, sir. It's the best way I can put it. I miss the clowns, not the circus.
Okay. I got you.
The people I met, the greatest people. They
right.
would do anything for you. Of
right.
course, that's part of the job.
Yeah, of course.
If you're required to do that. But yeah, I wouldn't trade it for anything in the world. Miss it every day, but wouldn't go back.
I got you. No, I understand. So definitely. So then, basically after that is when you kind of went basically back to school. Am I right about on the timeline there?
Yes, sir. I came back and took a job in environmental engineering and traveled around the Southeast for 8 or 9 months.
Right.
And was pondering going back to college.
Right.
Couldn't really get settled on it and went to South Alabama's admissions page,
right.
applied.
Right.
I think it was 5 pages you had to fill out.
Right,
I made it to page 2.
Okay.
Closed it out.
Oh, wow.
Never finished it, and 2 days later I got an email
from
South Alabama saying you've been accepted.
Oh, wow. Good.
So
good.
It was meant to be. I took it as a sign and
definitely.
back.
Definitely. It's funny when somebody's got a plan on all this, obviously. so that's pretty awesome. How's your experience at South Bend?
It's been great. It's not like a lot of colleges. I have friends that went to, I don't want to say bigger universities, but
right, I understand.
And they complain about not being able to work with the professors, being too
right.
many people in classes, things like that. I've had nothing but positive experiences with all my professors and
good.
all my classes at South.
Good.
Everyone's willing to help. No one's pushing you away, trying to sweep you under the rug or anything like
right.
that. So
right.
I would highly recommend if anybody's looking to go somewhere.
Yeah,
to go.
I'm very glad to hear that. Now, for those of you that don't know what we're talking about or may not be in the Mobile area, we're talking about the University of South Alabama, which is located here in Mobile. Started actually in the late '60s was when it started, and has grown tremendously. And done amazing things for this town. So we're very I'm a Mobilian, as most of you know, and I'm very proud of that university. My wife is a graduate, and actually that university is what brought my wife down here. So that's a lot of reason why we met. But with the campus has experienced tremendous growth.
It has.
And I've seen of course the people talk about the athletic facilities and the addition of football and all that, which is wonderful. And but the business school, the arts, they're doing an incredible facility out there for the arts. Just been a fantastic university. I'm glad that your experience has been really good. And real quick side note on that, we had a client who is still working on it now. Doesn't mind me saying his name. It's Gary, and it happened to be the individual I was just talking to you about a minute ago, who played on their club team. He actually walked on. He wasn't even at the university, but it was a club team, so really anybody could play. And he played very little organized football in his life, and he actually made the team and was a backup for the starter. Starter went down and got injured. He stepped in at 6'8", 350, and he continued to play. And about the 4th or 5th game in, he got an invite to try out for the Saints and made it to the second round.
Wow.
And he probably would have gone further, but he didn't want to pursue that, so he didn't go that way. He had a baby on the way, as a matter of fact. But we had that as a client, and then once they got their non-club team, they actually got their team like they have now in the Sun Belt Conference. The first tackle ever made was by a former personal ed trainer.
Really?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he'd been in college. He came and was a trainer for us after that. And I've actually got a picture of the two of them, which was kind of neat. Not what we wanted to talk about here. Why did you choose Personal Edge to do your internship?
Well, the University of South Alabama, they offer you a giant list. I think it's 75 right. different places you can go.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
And there's a little bit of everything.
Okay. Let's go with that.
There's some places you might want to go, some places you might not want to go.
Right.
Depending on what you're looking for. But everything that I saw about Personal Edge Fitness was everyone here had a degree.
Right.
So everyone here had that level of knowledge.
Right. Okay.
Nothing but good reviews, read the reviews online.
Great.
And honestly, I felt like I could learn more here than in other places. Everywhere else was you were limited, whether it's a CrossFit gym or some different type of facility. I didn't think that I could get as much out of other places.
Right. Well, and I got to tell you that was almost exactly how I wrote it. So thank you. I appreciate it. So no, thank you. I appreciate that. And I especially appreciate the fact that you appreciate the education. And that's something that is our brand. And something we push and what have you. So I have no offense to the other opportunities out there. And like you said, different strokes from different folks. It may be, there may be another influence that you're interested in. But we were glad to have you here. How has it been so far?
Nothing but positive experiences. All the trainers, very knowledgeable. Any questions I've had, they're more than willing to help. Good. Everyone's nice. All the clientele here, salt of the earth people, just
thank you.
Great people.
Thank you.
Nothing negative to say whatsoever.
Well, of course, I'm very glad to hear you say that. And but yeah, it's the culture is something that's very important to us. Culture amongst the staff, culture amongst the clients. That's very important. What have you the highs of the things that you've experienced so far, whether client-wise or things that may have surprised you or different or whatever? What is, I've started this place 24 years ago, and so you're going to see this place from very different eyes. And I'm really interested in somebody that's pursuing this field, what you saw that maybe you didn't expect, or what you would share as far as that goes.
Well, being that I'm the age that I am, with
Right.
the background that I have,
Yeah.
I'm probably not here looking for the same things that someone who's 21 and has never trained people before might be looking for.
Right.
What I was really looking for, I've never had a job that interpersonal relationship or communication and interpersonal skills were important.
Yeah,
I was in the Marine Corps, worked construction, various things.
Yeah.
So one of the things I was really looking to get out of being here was just being better with people.
Sure.
And so far, I've gotten a lot better with that.
Right.
But the senior population here is probably the most motivating thing to me.
Oh, wow, good. I'm glad to hear that.
There's some very unassuming people in here that can they will work.
Right.
Mr. Bill.
Yeah.
It blows my mind.
Yeah, exactly.
But
at 93 years old, 93 years old, yeah.
Right, but that was probably the most eye-opening thing for me was the age group, that age group, and how hard they're willing to work and what they're capable of.
Right.
And of course, that's all thanks to the trainers here. So.
I appreciate that, and that's something we noticed with the staff. And actually, it came from my experiences of working with seniors. I actually had when I really got into this field and got my undergrad. My experience of doing any kind of training or coaching was with kids. So working with people my age, not a problem. A little bit older, yeah, but when it came to seniors, that was a completely foreign concept to me. And then I found out it's actually a lot of fun. It's something I enjoy, and I found a relationship I don't want to say here, but in demographics that I worked with in the past. I'm working with seniors. But I'm glad to hear you say that. It is amazing. It is amazing what many of our clients do, and then when you find out their number, it's even more amazing to most people. Of course, I talk about it all the time. There's no such thing as the declining with time passing on a calendar. That's an absolute lie.
That's right.
I think you see that. And so I'm glad to hear that back to us, especially since 35% of our clientele is over the age of 65. It makes a big difference. And I would guess that Beth would probably be in that category.
Yes, sir.
Definitely. We can sit here and name a bunch of names as far as that goes. So, what else? What have you noticed as far as either working with the staff or training sessions or the environment, whatever? What else would you add? And don't let me put words in your mouth.
Other than the knowledge and the friendliness of everybody here,
Sure.
the clients are completely trusting. I've worked with people before that kind of everything you tell them to do, it's not that they don't trust you; they want to know why. But there might be a little lack of trust in here.
Yeah,
but you know that everyone here is qualified. When I've ran several sessions with people here, they never ask any questions.
Oh wow!
So that means that, they have complete trust in the people that you've hired and their interns. So that's a big thing. Obviously,
something we pride ourselves on, but it also has a lot to do with upbringing. And I want to go to that. Tell us where you're from, and tell us a little bit about your family, and what makes Corey.
Well, I'm from Lucedale, Mississippi, small town.
Just down the road.
Just down the road.
Yeah.
I'm an only child.
Okay.
So that might explain some peculiarities. But small town. I'm all about family. I'm real simple.
Okay.
Nothing complicated about Corey.
I got you.
I love being in the gym. I love this. I love this field.
Yeah,
There's no place more motivating.
Okay, good.
Than being in a facility. No one here is here to get worse.
I'm glad to hear that.
Everyone here's to get better.
Right, understand.
And that's one of the big things that I love about this field, and I love about being here.
Right. What do you like to do as far as work out yourself? I mean, because you could, and I don't know if you've had a conversation with Hunter about this, but Hunter played college ball. He and Charlie both played college ball, football, and but Hunter will tell you the reason he played football is because he loved to work out.
Right.
And you've probably seen him in here. I don't think anybody goes as hard as he goes, and that's saying a lot. You watch Josh, you watch Charlie, watch Gary. Their workouts are incredible. He goes hard because he loves to work out. What do you like? What do you enjoy doing? And I'm sure that you have interest in different modalities. But what does Corey like to do?
It's funny that you mentioned Hunter. We actually went to the same college. He played football there while I played soccer.
Yeah. Okay,
so,
of course.
No, I've done a little bit of everything. Like I said, I was in the Marines and I played all different sports, so I've dabbled in all the different areas of fitness.
Sure.
But now, because of injuries and various things, I can't.
Right.
I'm not running marathons.
Yeah, I got you.
Or anything like that. I like to lift weights, functional things. I just like to stay healthy.
Yeah. Okay.
I like to be outside.
Sure.
So when I'm not here, like working on my car, things like that. I'm always in the woods. So just being able to maintain a level of fitness where I can just do the things that I like to do.
I understand.
And just continue that.
Sure.
I'm not trying to put on 100 pounds or break any world records. Just trying to be the best version of myself and stay healthy while I'm at it.
As far as the Democrats, you've seen a lot now. We've had you, and I really appreciated this. You've taken some of our younger athletes and gone out. You and I talked about that. And I think when you and I spoke about it, you had already done some of this, but going outside and doing their cardio session with them and having them do, run through circuits and what have you. And so, but you've pretty well been around and shadowed at least, if not worked with, almost every demographic that we do. Okay, I'm sure you're good with all of them. I'm sure you like all of them. If you had to pick one.
The seniors.
Really? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Interesting.
Of course, that's who I've worked with the most.
Okay. Well, that's true, too. That has a lot to do with it. Did you expect that when you came in?
I did not.
Okay.
I didn't really know what the age groups that I would be working with here.
Right.
I honestly thought it would be a little bit younger.
Yeah, I understand.
But I wasn't disappointed.
Oh, I'm glad to hear that. And that's very typical of what people expect that we do. And not that we don't work with, youngest client currently is 7. We've had him as young as 3. Our most senior client currently is 96. We've had him as old as 99. Median age is 39, 35% over the age of 65. We work with everybody. But most new trainers think that, well, y'all do athletes and people that are 4% body fat or whatever. Yeah, we do. We get 24 scholarships to our credit. But that's a large part of our market. And to put you in good company, almost every single staff member we've ever had here has almost that exact same reaction. Most of them have not had a chance to work with seniors, and then they find out, okay, not only can I do it, but I like it. That's why I'm not surprised. I didn't ask you that before we started the podcast. What was your favorite demographic to work with, and that's. I'm not surprised. For years, I was surprised about it, but then I realized that ended up being the territory I liked working a lot. So I'm not really surprised to hear you say that. So you're getting your degree in kinesiology.
Yes, sir.
But what are your plans?
Well, I'm dual majoring, exercise physiology and kinesiology, and also accounting.
Right.
So
which go together like Orson Welles and Kiss.
That's right.
Sometimes, but no, I'm kidding.
Chinese food and chocolate pudding.
There you go, exactly. But you told me about this, and I found it interesting. So please share it.
Yes, sir. Well, my mom was an accountant, so I guess part of that's genetics.
Right.
But I want to open my own gym one day.
Right.
Or that's the goal.
Yeah.
And so I figured that business background would be something that could definitely help.
Smart.
But with that being said, when that time comes, have to check the market, do a lot of questionnaires, things like that, a lot of research. But ultimately, that is my goal. I want to open my own gym one day. Well,
and that's your answer now, of course. Like you said, you got to check the market and what have you. Smart way to go about it. I was making a joke about the mixture of the two, but actually, it's brilliant because this is a business. It's not. I find it funny when people talk about what they do for a living. I run it like a business. it is a business, and so I'm actually very jealous of what you did about taking that. I wish I'd had that kind of a background in what we do here, and I'm sure a lot of business owners would tell you the same thing. So it's interesting that you continued your passion from basically it started in middle school.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, all the way up to now. So fantastic.
Yeah, it's weird that I've almost been working out as long as some of the trainers here have been alive.
Yeah, true. Yeah, you know how I feel then. So it's funny. I shouldn't do this, but I always think in the back of my head when people talk about when I'm interviewing a potential staff member, asking us, how long has Personal Edge been around, and I always want to ask, well, how old are you? Yeah, 2 years older than you. So or whatever. But I don't do that. Don't do it quite that way. But I find it interesting. So glad to hear that. So what else? What am I missing, pal? I mean, what is there something that we don't already know about Corey?
Ooh, that's a good question.
We might find out on Halloween. I don't know. That could be. I'm not sure. No. But seriously, what else? I mean, because you seem like a real open book. But is there anything we might be missing?
Like I said, I'm real simple. I enjoy fitness. I want to finish school. I just want to be with my family.
Sure.
I love America. There's not a whole lot to me.
Amen to you.
Yes, sir.
That's great. Well, of course, that's something we definitely share. So, and it's kind of, I think that's not really ironic, but I think it's also complimentary that you go to a school whose initials are USA.
Yes, sir.
It's not a bad thing. And colors are red, white, and blue, which is a plus.
It's meant to be.
Yeah, exactly. So one last thing. You can put me on the spot here. Of all the things that we do, and you see that we do, is there anything that you haven't done yet that we do that you'd like to get more involved in? I'm not going to edit this out, so if there is something, go ahead and put me on the spot.
I know y'all do various classes during the week.
Right.
That's in the mornings, though. And, of course, I come in the evenings.
Sure.
But I would like to be more involved with those types of things.
Okay.
And if you'll have me back next semester, I do need another 100 hours. But I do have Tuesdays and Thursdays, my classes are in the evening. So I could hopefully be more involved in those types of things.
Fantastic. Absolutely. In fact, the dynamic stretching class is the one that we run on a regular basis. And Jonathan... Jonathan is actually a contract intern, and he's in fact the first contract intern we've ever had, and he actually started a fall class, and so he's going to be running that at least twice a month, and needs help with it, and it's an ingenious idea. We just did a podcast the other day on it, and something I'm sure you'd like your help in, and something that we'd definitely get involved in, and when we have some interns that, they're checking a box, I have to say. But we have a lot of them that come in and have been so involved like you have. And not only getting you involved in dynamic stretching class, but having you run this dynamic stretching class. The wonderful thing that I'm so thankful that our clients are about when we have interns is the feedback they give us. And they've probably given you. They like helping us do what we do as far as our internship program. So I really appreciate you being on the team, and I'll put a good word in for you for the next 100 hours.
You might know a guy.
So, yeah, I think I do. So we might help you out. So look,
I was going to say, it's funny you mentioned that fall class. Jonathan actually pulled me in to help him with that.
Oh, did you? Okay, good.
Because I have a PhD in falling from the Marine Corps.
Well, there you go. Exactly. So you know things that people don't know. In fact, interesting ways to fall that people probably don't want to experience.
That's right. They made us very good at it.
I bet. I wouldn't doubt it. So something else than the expertise that he brings to the game. That's fantastic. We'll definitely make use of that. So, Corey, I really appreciate you being on with us, definitely. And, man, I appreciate you being a part of this. I really do.
Yes, sir.
And listen, if you have any questions about this podcast or any others, or if you're a student and you're looking at this field, and you're looking at either you're in the field already or you're considering the field, or maybe you're at the level where you're ready for an internship, give us a call. We'd love to talk to you. So I had somebody in my office today that is just a freshman that's getting in the field. More than glad to share our expertise. We used to be on the other side of the desk, and so we'd love to talk to you about it. Give us a call at area code 251-278-3343. That's 251-278-EDGE. You can also reach me, Garrett, at personaledgefitness.com. That's also our website, Personal Edge Fitness, our Facebook page. Hit me up on X at Team PE if you're so inclined. Education is part of our brand. And the fact that everybody on staff has at least a bachelor's degree on the field of either exercise science, physiology, kinesiology, sport medicine, or athletic training. And the fact that internships were a lot of the reason why I am where I am. This is the reason why we'd like to help those such as Corey coming out. And it's just one more way we help them and our clients reach their level of wellness. Thank you so much for joining me today. We'll see you next time.